we're gonna start with the piece number 1, and it has a small cat here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this piece and we are gonna slide it down like this, and then what we are going to do is we're gonna fold it a little bit, just like this for now, and we're gonna glue, and you will see later why is that we need this piece for. Try to make it glue evenly. Okay, so now the next step is to add little pieces right here. They're gonna go on top this way, and I already added the adhesive dots to save some time for the video, and we're gonna add them like this. Okay, now the next piece is gonna be the Merry Christmas one, and when we place it here we just want to make sure the letter M is aligned to the S, so, and kind of center towards this area right here. So I'm gonna okay, so this is pretty much what we need for this piece for now. And then the piece number 2, so to speak, is the one that is gonna go in the back like this. So while we do that, the next step now is to prep the base, and for the base I have my piece right here, and you will see that this section right here, which is the second one, it has little cuts right there, which are lines as a guide for where these pieces are gonna be glued. And if you look at this piece, so this cut right here are closer to this folded section than this one. So what we are gonna do here is we are gonna fold this section first like this, and then this section is gonna go glue right where those little cut sections are. It's hard to see in the camera, but that's gonna be your guide. So exactly where those little cuts are is where this piece is gonna go. And then I'm gonna add glue here, and I'm gonna, maybe if you see it right here, so right there are my cuts, and this piece also has to be a little bit over the bottom of this piece. And then once I have it ready, I'm just gonna fold it down this way, and then I'm gonna do the same with this one. I'm gonna fold it again. The cuts closer to this folded section are the ones that are gonna be facing this way, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and add the glue right away here. And I'm gonna bring it again right here. I have my sections right here, as you can see, and then I'm just gonna align it consistent to this piece right here, and my dots right there, just like this, and I'm gonna fold it down like this. And while those pieces are getting dry, I'm just gonna fold the other sections right here, and then same thing here. So now with these pieces like this, I'm gonna go ahead and fold these sections right here. Same with this one. and I'm gonna add glue right here. And then I'm gonna bring this piece down like this and push it down so those two sections that have glue are glued where they should be. And then once I unfold it, the last thing I have to do is I have to glue this part, these two sections. Just like this. So now I have my vase, and don't worry about these cuts showing up because we are covering those with the final pieces that go on the base. But now that we have this piece right here, you know, it folds nicely either way. So now we just have to make sure that the part that is facing you is the one that has the longest or the larger section right here, and the cuts are looking this way. So what's gonna happen now, we are gonna start placing these two pieces. The first one is gonna be this one, and I'm gonna fold them like this, and I'm gonna slide this one down to the first cut right here. And don't worry about the glue here yet, because we're gonna do that next. So I'm gonna bring in my piece right here too. Take your time because we don't wanna rip the pieces apart, and then slide it down. Just like this. And we can just lift it up a little bit if we need to. Once they don't go down anymore, that tells you that that's where this piece should be. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the glue. Sorry, I'm just have a sneeze. Add the glue there, also from here, and I'm gonna do the same with this piece right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring these pieces down like this, so when the base folds, it does it correctly this way. And then you can see now that these pieces are glue. So now let's do the same thing with my piece number 2. Again, I'm gonna fold each side right like this, and I'm gonna bring them or slice them down to the second cut section right here. And with this one, you just want to make sure that when you fold the base, it doesn't it folds nicely here. So you want to lift it up a little bit. There you go. So now again, I'm gonna add my glue on the folded sections right here. And again, I'm gonna fold it so the glue is, you know, putting it nicely and checking the back just to make sure it's aligned. And there you go. There you go. So now this piece right here, we are gonna slide it down to this piece right here. It has a cut again, probably hard to see it, but it's right there. And then we are just gonna slide this down, and this piece is mainly to keep these two pieces nicely together. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it in the back as well. There you go. So now these pieces, these two sections are ready, and our next step is to add the ones that are gonna go on top of this area. So the first one is gonna be this piece right here. I already had the adhesive dots here. I'm just gonna, and this one is gonna be center. And if you notice that the dots are not quite where they should be, you can just go ahead and add more in the back, so this piece is pretty well attached to it. So our next piece is gonna be this one. And for this one, your reference is this piece that is gonna go up. And we're gonna calculate that it has to go just like this. And then we have this piece right here. For this one, I added the dots. I had to cut them by half because I don't want them to show up as much, so you can see them. And my reference is this piece right here, this section right here, also facing. The other option that you have is that you can just glue this piece against this one and it will be totally fine. And again, your reference will be that section, this section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So I just removed I have the dots already there too, so I'm gonna start adding them here, just like this. So my card now is pretty much ready, and the last step now is to add the pieces that go around these areas. So my envelope has two pieces. I'm gonna fold the score lines right now. This is a very standard envelope. Well, my type of standard envelope because I always have some type of design. And what I'm doing right now is just cutting the corners so it will be easier to fold these sections for each piece. And if you see, I combined two different green colors. That is optional also. You can use the same color for both sides. Then once I have all the pieces, I can go ahead and glue them together. And I'm using hot glue just because I like that it gets done and dry quickly, and it doesn't make your paper wrinkle also. And then now I'm just gonna add the gift, which is mainly just to have a section to write something, a sentiment or anything you want to add, or from who to who. And so I'm adding this little piece that is also foil vinyl, adhesive foil vinyl, and the other ribbon that goes on top, and it's also so I'm using a foamy dot, and I'm also using two pieces of the design for the car, just to match it up, match both the envelope and the car, but that's optional. You can just use the gift section, and that will be enough. And then I'm using the leftovers just to use them. I thought, well, that's a good idea, so I'm using those leftovers that come from the center of the pieces. It is up to you if you want to use them also. And for the part that I'm gonna glue on top of the card right now, on top of the envelope, sorry, I'm using the two last layers of the entire design. So all you need to do is to make an extra copy of those two to have this piece like this. Or you can just leave the envelope as it is and add the gift message, if we call it that way, to go on top of the envelope. Now I'm just gonna put together the glitter piece on top of the ribbon, make it look very shiny, and that's the part that goes on top of the piece of paper, which is kind of gift design. And I'm just also using foamy dots to add dimension. And the very last part will be just to attach these pieces that are leftovers, since I have them, right? Why not? And the envelope's pretty much done now. Just gonna fix a couple of things. So you can see that looks very nice. I like the way it looks with all the things. And I also added a ribbon on top of the card, so in case someone wants to hold it on the Christmas tree, they can do that also. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give me a thumbs up if you like this card, and don't forget to subscribe so you can receive notifications. Thank you once again, and I will see you on my next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.